Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Johnston here. Today, we are going to apply what we have learned in our stories. Once again, we are going to complete another page in our travel journal. Today, we are going to complete activity page 5.1. I have attached 5.1 journal and I'm going to be working from my board. I'm hoping that this will allow you to see my activity a little bit better. Today you are going to choose to draw a picture and write about one of Columbus's voyages. Remember, he has taken 3 voyages so far. So, Mrs. Johnston is going to use this part of the page to draw her picture. And I am going to label up at the top which voyage I am going to draw about. Today, I am going to draw about Columbus's second voyage. The second voyage, remember, is when he returns and he is greeted by somebody else at the Americas. So I am going to use my green marker and I am going to draw land. And I'm coloring in my land. This is the Americas where Columbus has landed, even though he feels that he is in the Indies. And I am going to draw Columbus next. And I remember that Columbus, his clothes were mostly black. He had on black pants and a black top. Or maybe he had a white shirt with a black coat over it. Either way. So I'm drawing Columbus. And I do believe from our story that Columbus had black hair. I'm making sure to add details. I do not have a skin color, so unfortunately I'm using an orange to show the face and the hands in our story so that you can see them. I remember that on that second voyage, he was met by a nobleman that King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella had sent from Spain. I remember that this man was wearing, it seems like, brown. So I'm putting his clothing brown to show the difference between the nobleman and Christopher Columbus. I'm being sure to include details about people that I know what they wear, what needs to be on their feet to protect them, the body parts that we see even when they have their clothing on. I think the nobleman had kind of blondish hair, so we're going to give him so that he's got a different color hair from the story. I also remember that the nobleman had a piece of paper in his hand. He had a document from King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. It was a document that stated that Columbus was to return back to Spain with them for the way that he had mistreated the natives that were there. So now I'm going to write a sentence that tells about what is happening in my story, or maybe just a phrase or two. So my sentence that I'm going to write, just to explain how he treated the natives, was Columbus was mean. So I'm going to always start my sentence with a capital letter. So I'm going to spell Columbus. Remember, if we don't know how to spell a word, we can sound it out and do our best. Columbus. Then I use a finger space. Columbus was. Was. My finger space. Mean. Remember, if you only write the sound you hear, that's okay. That is at our writing component as of right now. We are working on sounds and what sounds we hear in our sentences. And then I put a period to show that I am at the end of my sentence. So I drew my picture of Voyage 2. I remember that a nobleman met him there because of how it was portrayed back to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella that Columbus was mean to the natives. You may choose to draw a picture about Voyage 1 or Voyage 3. I look forward to seeing your drawing and hearing you tell me about your picture in your next travel journal.